Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us to discuss revisions to Maryland Realtor brokerage forms and addenda. If you are interested in hearing about changes to the contract of sale and addenda, you can watch that video. If you'd like to hear a discussion of the new forms, you can watch that video too. I have with me Kathleen D'Artez, Director of Legal Affairs, and we're going to be talking about changes to Maryland Realtor brokerage forms and addenda.
Let's start with the exclusive right to sell residential brokerage agreement. I understand that there are some changes?
There are. The first change is the addition of a notice advising the seller that the earnest money deposit may be held by an escrow agent other than a Maryland real estate broker. If that's the case, the seller is advised that the escrow agent is not subject to the same requirements regarding holding and releasing deposit monies that Maryland real estate brokers are subject to under the Brokerage Act.
So, what is the best practice for a seller if it turns out that the monies will be held by an escrow agent other than a licensed Maryland real estate broker?
The best practice is to execute a separate written escrow agreement. Maryland Realtors has prepared a new form which is discussed in our video regarding the new forms.
What else has been changed?
There's a new smoke alarm notice. There have been a lot of questions about the smoke alarm law. This provision was inserted to alert sellers that there were changes to the law. Key changes are mentioned, such as no alarm, battery-powered or hardwired, may be older than 10 years from the date of manufacture. It also alerts the seller that there are penalties for non-compliance. Additionally, the seller must acknowledge, by their initials, that they understand that provision.
You said that there have been a lot of questions about the smoke alarm law. Is there any other information available for agents to share with clients and customers?
Of course. We have prepared a frequently asked questions document that you can download from Maryland Realtors' website that provides more detail about the law itself and its requirements. There's also an infographic that you can share with clients and customers.
Are there any other changes to the exclusive right to sell residential brokerage agreement that we should be aware of?
There's one more change to paragraph 20, which is a notice regarding disclosure of deferred water and sewer assessments. The changes were made because it's important that seller not just acknowledge that seller understands what the paragraph says. Seller must disclose that the property is or isn't served by public water or wastewater facilities for which deferred water and sewer charges have been established.
So we've talked about the EMD, smoke alarms, and deferred water and sewer charges. Are there any other substantive changes to the exclusive right to sell residential brokerage agreement?
No, that's it. Let's go on and talk about changes to the exclusive right to lease residential brokerage agreement. So, the same smoke alarm provision was added to the exclusive right to lease residential brokerage agreement. There is also a carbon monoxide notice added. This notice alerts the owner that the carbon monoxide law has changed, and as of April 1, 2018, carbon monoxide alarms must be installed on each level of a rental unit and outside the sleeping area. The new language also informs the owner that the carbon monoxide alarms may be combined with a smoke alarm.
Sounds good. Are there any changes to the exclusive buyer-tenant representation agreement?
Nothing substantive. In paragraph 3, lessee was changed to tenant and lessor was changed to landlord. The last page was modified to say that buyer-tenant acknowledges receipt of the agreement. The word tenant was also added to the signature lines.
Were there any changes to any of the addenda to the brokerage forms?
Yes. In the Inclusions, Exclusions, and Utilities Addendum, the language which specifies that the addendum is not part of the contract of sale was put in bold font to alert agents and brokers that the contract of sale already has an Inclusions, Exclusions paragraph, and this addendum is not to be a part of the contract of sale. So that's it in a nutshell. Remember, if you'd like to hear a discussion of either the new forms or the changes to the contract and addendum, there are separate videos for those topics.
Thanks, Colette. And thanks everyone for joining us. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call the legal hotline. Take care.